Choco cake causes Cameron chaos. After a rushed meal in a luxury gastropub, David Cameron's daughter Nancy smelt the sweet scent of Norbert Nasr's Victory Double Chocolate Cake, a signature dish known for putting a smile on anyone who came into contact with it. The smell was too much for Nancy to bear, knowing her father rarely allowed her to have desserts of this sort. With skills of persuasion far beyond the average 7-year-old, Nancy sweet-talked the lovable chef into giving her a taste of his cake and detailed explanation of how he made it. Oblivious to what was going on, Cameron, his wife and their entourage left unaware their daughter was missing. Meanwhile, Nancy and the chef were left devouring the Victory Double Chocolate Cake.
Prime Minister is #BadFather. Steve Sampson, the Prime Minister's trusted butler and secret social media addict, tweeted his thoughts. David Cameron is a #BadFather. Within hours, the tweet spread like social media wildfire. #BadFather began to trend all over the world. Rudy Eugene, a Miami native, saw the trend and was transported back to the years his father mentally abused him. Eugene turned to his latest drug of choice, bath salts. This mind-altering substance, combined with his fragile state of mind, caused him to embark on a zombie-like rampage, eating the flesh off an unsuspecting homeless man's face.
Dog walker fears zombie attack. Juanita Gonzalez, an enthusiastic dog walker with 20 years' experience, heard the horrifying news of the zombie-like attack in Miami, her hometown. In fear of her life and her flesh, she quickly escaped the city and headed for the old-established streets of London, where idle dog walker Rufus Reynolds made his fame. Despite being an illegal immigrant, her enthusiasm, drive and famed dog-walking credentials quickly landed her a job as official dog walker for infamous politician Jackie Smith.
MP funds fetish garden parties. Accountant Daniel Danielson turns a blind eye to the hiring of illegal Cuban dog walker Juanita Gonzalez. In return for his silence, Smith donated a cut of her savings to fund his bizarre and elaborate fetish, the excessive consumption of water during the hosepipe ban. This weekly fetish that he called pipe parties was held in his garden of wonder. It resembled a lush, dreamlike landscape where he and a close group of naked friends would frolic in constant flowing water.
Pipe parties inspire Olympic ceremony. Danny Boyle, Oscar-winning director and notoriously nosy neighbour, was caught spying on his accountant. What started as an innocent bit of neighbourhood watch turned into a heavy dependency. Boyle began watching every bit of his neighbour, Daniel Danielson's life. Boyle became heavily addicted to spying on his neighbour's rather bizarre and elaborate parties that involved copious amounts of water and nude flesh. The only way Boyle could justify this was convincing himself that it was for inspiration for the £27 million Olympic opening ceremony. Boyle decided to base the Olympic opening on the lavish garden scene that he witnessed next door, allowing him to spend every waking moment watching every detail of what went on at Danielson's.
Ill-tempered cow ruins Jubilee. As royal shoe-wearer for the Queen, Susan Smith used to hold one of the most important jobs in the country. Smith's sole task was to make sure every shoe worn by the Queen was the definition of comfort and perfection. But she soon found herself stripped of her title, with no one to blame but herself and an unruly cow. Smith, whose first passion was shoe-wearing, moonlighted as a choreographer helping renowned film director Danny Boyle plan the Olympic opening ceremony. But on the fateful day before the Jubilee, while rehearsing her routine, Smith did one too many high kicks near an ill-tempered cow that crew members left unattended. The cow charged at Smith and began to chew on her valuable feet. Howard Hughes, cow whisperer to the stars, was immediately called to the scene to coax the wild beast off of Smith's ankles. Smith was left with incredibly swollen feet, and therefore was unable to perform her duty to the Queen. With no replacement on call, the Queen was forced to wear her new shoes as they had come. Some say the Queen was miserable on the Jubilee because of the weather. Some say it was because Prince Philip ate the last Rolo. But the truth is, she was lacking a pair of campers.